The DCCconcepts multi-gauge rolling road is a remarkably easy product to use. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get the best out of this product. The first thing to do is to remove the rollers from the packaging. The packaging involves a simple to slide out card back, and that will reveal a packet of the third rail electric adapter skates, the 8 rollers already set up for OO or HO, ON30, TT, HOM, 12mm, N gauge, HOE, P4 and EM. Packs are available in 4, 8 and 12 roller quantities. Each of the packs comes with enough of the inserts to be able to change every single roller in that pack to each of the different gauges. Out of the box, the rollers come preset to OO or HO, which allows you to get straight up and running. To use the rolling rollers, all you need to do is to pick the equivalent number of rollers to the number of axles on the locomotive that you wish to run on it. In this case, we only need 3 because this is a 3-axle model. If you had a larger model or a tender model, you will need one of these for each of the wheels. Whilst it isn't necessary to support all of the bogie wheels, it is good practice to make sure that none of the parts are left to dangle in mid-air in a way that could cause damage. Each of the rollers has a metal outer edge that contains the roller mechanism itself. Separated by the plastic spacer, it is self-insulating so it will not short out across your track. They are designed to fit snugly onto the railhead. Once you have positioned your rollers snugly on the track, make sure that they are sat flat on the railhead. Line up the rollers with each of the axles of the model to be run, and then gently place that model onto the rollers so that each of the wheels fits snugly in between the pairs of rollers. Once the locomotive is on the rollers, you can power it up. This product is equally compatible with both DCC and DC. As you can see, the locomotive now remains in the same spot, but is able to be run up, lights to be operated, and even sound if you have a sound fitted locomotive. This product is particularly useful if your main layout is only a short end-to-end or shunting one, and this allows a model to be run in, which will greatly improve its performance. Once the running in is complete, the locomotive can be carefully lifted off and returned to the tracks. If you model alternative scales or gauges, or indeed model multiple scales and gauges, this product allows easy substitution of spaces between the rollers in order to accommodate them. In this section, I am going to show you how to easily change the gauge of your rolling rollers. First of all, choose the appropriate spacer for the model that you wish to run. In this case, I have chosen the N gauge adapter, which is equally at home running 009 and HOE models. With the pre-assembled rollers that come in your kit, and a jeweler's screwdriver small enough to be able to fit into these screws on the underside without rounding the heads, gently undo the screws, being careful not to lose these, as you will require these for reassembly in a moment. Remove the end rollers from the spacer. Put that spacer to one side safely. With the new spacer, line up the rollers. These are just an interference fit. With the jeweler's screwdriver, then very carefully line up the screw and gently screw the new spacer into place, and repeat for the other side too. The newly regauged rollers can then be added to the track, and the model to be run carefully added on top. It is not necessary to support every single axle, and on smaller locomotives such as this, it may not be possible to get an extra roller underneath. The locomotive will still run just fine. The rolling road can also be utilised for older third rail electric locomotives. In the case of this Hornby 00 locomotive, we can use the original Hornby 00 track. The 00 gauge rollers have a notch in the middle which allows them to fit directly onto the Hornby 00 track. You will still need to attach the skate adapters in order to allow the locomotive to pick up from its centre skate pickup. To attach the third rail skate adapter to the rolling road, in your pack is included a number of the skate adapters. These have a long slot, and this is to allow adjustment so that the rollers can be placed directly under the axles of the locomotive easily. To attach this, we line up the slot on the skate. We then get one of the attached screws, and then we screw this into place. It is not necessary to screw this tight. You can then attach it to a second roller. You notice how both of the rollers have a lot of adjustment to be able to position them correctly underneath the wheels of the locomotive. The supplied fly lead with crocodile clip then attaches to the end flange here. We will use this to clip onto the third rail in order to provide the electrical power to the pickup skates. We can now readily add these to the 3-rail track and use the crocodile clip to gain power from the third rail. However, it is not always necessary to use the appropriate track, and it is possible to carefully use your existing test track by utilising masking tape over one rail to insulate it. We can then add the rolling road mechanism and be able to test a 3-rail electric locomotive on a 2-rail track. You can add extra rollers in as necessary. These do not need to be connected to the skate if the locomotive already has adequate pickup. And application of power, we can get the model running. Unused rollers and spacers can be returned to the packaging and stored safely. The DCCconcepts rolling road is an incredibly reliable, simple to use and versatile product. Thank you for watching this video. If you need any further information, there are links in the description bar below.